Welcome students. I am Sonia, Assistant Professor from Immanuel Arasar College of Education. Now we are going to discuss about the topic education in cultural context. Culture and education cannot be divorced from each other. They are independent. The cultural patterns of a society guide its educational patterns. As for example, if a society has spiritual pattern of culture, then it is educational emphasis the moral and eternal values of life. The next one, definition of culture. Horton and Hurt says culture is everything which is socially shared and learned by the members of a society. Taylor says it is that complex whole including beliefs, art, religion, values, norms, ideas, law, thought, knowledge, custom and other capabilities acquired by a man as a member of a society. Then next one, kinds of culture. There are different kinds of culture. First one, individual culture. Second one, communal culture. Third one, national culture. And fourth one, world culture. There are four kinds of culture. First one, individual culture, communal culture, national culture and world culture. The first one, individual culture. That is, every individual has some personal traits and qualities which guide the habits, thinking and behavior of the person. These personal likes, dislikes, interest, modes of thinking and patterns of social behavior constitute his personal culture. Then second one, communal culture. That is, different communities, their different costumes, traditions, beliefs and styles of living, which is known as communal culture. Different communities, their different costumes, traditions, beliefs and styles of living, which is known as communal culture. The next one, national culture. That is, each nation has some distinct patterns of ideals, values, modes of thoughts and behavior. That is known as national culture. The next one, world culture. World culture means whole world are now supposed to be having common values of the life such as cooperation, empathy, social service, social awakening and social sensitiveness, which is called world culture. Okay. The next one, according to the contents, there are two types of culture in every society. That is material culture and non-material culture. Material culture and non-material culture. Material culture. Material culture means it includes all those of man-made things and objects which is human society has created for its physical welfare. Example, clothes, utensils, TV, radio and various machines. Material culture means it includes all those of man-made things and objects which human society has created for its physical welfare. Example, clothes, utensils, TV, radio and various machines. Next one, non-material culture. That is, it includes those ideals, attitudes and language, literature, art, music, religion, custom, traditions. That are some of the examples of non-material culture. It includes those ideals, attitudes, language, literature, art, music, religion, customs, traditions are the examples of non-material culture. The next one, features and characteristics of culture. Culture is learned. First one, culture is learned. Second one, culture is social. Second one, culture is social. The next one is culture is shared. Then fourth one, culture is transmitted. The next one, culture is continuous and the culture is accumulative. The next one, culture is integrated. The next one, culture is changing. And the next one, culture varies from society to society. The next one, culture is responsive. And the next one, culture is gratifying. And last one, linked with the society. First one, culture is learned. Culture is not inherited biologically, but it is learned socially by a man in a society. It is not an inborn tendency, but acquired by a man from the association of others. That is, drinking, eating, dressing, walking, behaving, reading, all are learned by man. So, culture is learned. Then second one, culture is social. It is not an individual phenomena, but it is the product of the society. It is not an individual phenomena, but it is the product of the society. It develops in the society through social interaction. It develops through society in the social interaction. It is shared by the man of society. No man can occur it without association of others. No man can occur it without the association of others. Man is a man only among men. It helps to develop qualities of human beings in social environment. It helps to develop qualities of human beings in social environment. Then next one, culture is shared. Culture is shared. Culture is something shared. It is nothing than an individual can possess, but shared by common people of a territory. It is nothing than an individual can possess, but shared by a common people of a territory. For example, customs, traditions, values, beliefs, all are shared by a man in a social situation. These beliefs and practices are adopted by all family. The next one, culture is transmitted. Culture is capable of transmitted from one generation to the next generation. Parents cultural traits to their children, and in return they pass to their children and son on. It is not transmitted through genes, but also transmitted through languages. Languages means communication which pass through cultural traits from one generation to the another. The next one is culture is continuous. It is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. It is like a stream which is flowing from one generation to the another centuries. Culture is the memory of human race. Culture is the memory of human race. The next one, culture is accumulate. Culture is accumulate. Culture is not a matter of a month or a year. It is the continuous process and adding new cultural traits. It is the continuous process and adding new cultural traits. Many cultural traits are borrowed from outside and these observed in that culture which adopt it as culture is accumulate and combines the suitable cultural traits. Many cultural traits are borrowed from the outside and these observed in that culture which adopt it, and as culture is accumulate and combines the suitable cultural traits. The next one, culture is integrated. All the cultural aspects are interconnected with each other. All the cultural aspects are interconnected with each other. The development of culture is the integration of its various parts. The development of culture is the integration of various parts. So, for example, value system is interlinked with morality, customs, beliefs and religion. Value system is interlinked with morality, customs, beliefs and religion. The next one, culture is changing. Everyone was changing. Okay, so also culture also changing. It remains changing but not static. It remains changing but not static. Cultural process undergoes changes but different speeds from society to society and generation to generation. Different speeds from society to society and generation to generation. Then next one, culture is varies from society to society. Every society has its own culture and ways of behaving. It is not uniform everywhere but occurs different in various societies. Every culture is unique in itself a specific society. For example, values, customs, traditions, ideologies, religion, belief, practices are not similar but also different in every society. However, their ways of drinking, eating, greeting, dressing also differs from one society to another society or one generation to another generation. The next one, culture is responsive. Culture is responsive to the changing condition of a physical world. It intervenes in the natural environment and helps man from all dangers and natural calamities. That is, our houses are responsible to give us shelter and safety from storm and heavy rains. Then next one, culture is gratifying. It is gratifying and provide all the opportunities for needs and desires satisfaction. These needs may be biological or social, but it's responsible to satisfy it. Our needs are food, shelter, clothing, desires or status, money, sex, etc. All are examples for according to the cultural base. In fact, it is defined as the process through which human beings satisfy their need. Last one, linked with the society. If the society is a composite of people and they interact each other through it, it is bind the people within the society. These are the features and characteristics of the culture. Thank you.